Plaintiff Michelle Lewis says she only married the defendant because her son needed a father figure, but she claims they divorced after the defendant cheated on her with his witness, who's 20 years younger. Michelle is suing her ex-husband for bankruptcy fees. Defendant Brandy Woodard and his wife Courtney say while Brandy was married to Michelle, she was very cold and unemotional. Brandy claims while they were having financial issues, Michelle continued to get her hair and nails done. And he doesn't feel he owes anything more towards the bankruptcy fees.
Start with you.
This is my ex-husband. I married him in 2000. I met him in 2000. In 2001, we were married, and I have to admit, when I married him, I didn't do it out of love. I did it because my son needed a father figure in his life. But the final straw of the marriage came when I realized that he cheated on me with Courtney, that's 20 years younger than I am.
Your Honor, that's not true.
Maybe not physically cheating, but they chatted online while I was even at home, and they did their little juvenile meeting in the park, before work, because they were co-workers, and just very immature things they did.
Well, let me ask you.
Yes.
Did he know you were marrying him without love?
I loved him for being there for my son,
right.
But I didn't love him true love.
Did he know that?
No.
Do you think he would have married you if he knew that?
I'm not sure.
Would you have married her?
Or no, sir.
Yeah, I don't think most people would, ma'am. So you deceived him.
No, I didn't deceive him. I loved him for what he could give my son.
Hey, yeah. And then no one's going to marry you because of that. The man want to marry you because he loves you and you love him for him, not to use him. And so you deceived him and he deceived you not too long afterwards. So fair exchange ain't no robbery, right? Y'all even. All right, so how did you all end?
Well, during our marriage, I came to realize that also he was very, had no work ethic. He had numerous jobs through our marriage. He was very immature. He would, on his days off, he would stay at home, play video games all day. I mean, I would come home after work and he had been playing video games for 8 hours a day. Yes, he would be 8 hours a day.
He didn't work regularly?
Well, on his days off, he would play video games. And then I'd come home and there would be a sink full of dishes, garbage overflowing, and I would get mad, yell, made him cry sometimes, but hey, he was acting like a child. I didn't need another child.
How long did you all stay married?
We were married around 8 years.
Okay, how did it end?
Well, it ended as soon as I found out that he
ran
was...
away.
Like kids do, right?
It ended with him, finding out that he was cheating with Courtney.
Sir?
We were good friends. I thought more, obviously not.
No, we were friends.
Yeah, he said he thought more than just
I thought more than friends. Obviously, that's not as
How
true.
long after meeting her did you marry?
It was maybe 4 or 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't long.
Yeah.
But
no wonder you got tricked. Go ahead. You didn't know anything about her. You couldn't tell whether it was infatuation or love.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
No, it ended up, once we were together, there was a point where I had kidney stones. I'm on the couch in pain, and she leaves me to go work on a friend's computer.
That's not true.
What do you think she should have done?
Well, it would have been nice to have had some compassion, some sympathy, and just to
There
have
was.
her
I
there.
got you into a doctor. I took you to the doctor. What do you want me to do?
Operate on it.
I was going to say perform the surgery? What do you want?
You a piece of work, ma'am.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I found the doctor, went to the doctor with him. What else am I supposed to do? God is medicine, like a typical mother would with their child. What do you want? So at some point, you need to man up and grow a set.
Well, honey, I can assure you he has a set now.
Yeah. Well, next time that you decide to cheat on somebody, you make sure that they're a better person than that. That will give you the life that you want.
Honey, he's with me now. He has a wonderful life.
Have it.
He takes care of his children. He works hard.
Does he buy video games?
I let him buy video games.
I let him.
We actually do. We play video games.
He does not have a set now.
his company.
Oh, yeah.
And I watch him play his video games, and I don't mind it at all.
That's because
our
you're both mentally on the
companionship.
same level.
And I'm sorry, we're not 20 years apart, we're 16 years apart.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Yeah, 4 years makes a difference, honey.
That's enough,
You know what,
ladies.
but I've grown a lot more than you.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough, ladies. All right, so the bankruptcy fees you're suing him for, how does he owe you for that?
Well, during our marriage, we got behind on the bills. We had to file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. In the divorce decree, it says that he would pay 50% of that.
See it, please?
Yeah. And there's also the breakdown of what I paid on his part.
All right, sir.
You know, Your Honor, first, if I could kind of go into my part of this story. You know, yeah, when we first got married, it probably shouldn't have happened. She was very cold, very unemotional towards me.
No.
Not me.
Never have imagined that.
You know,
I'm a loving person.
I know. I can tell you're a
I
loving
know,
person.
see?
Right.
there was a time
When you
I
sleep.
had.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. There was a time where I special ordered a necklace for her. It was a gold necklace. I special ordered it through my work. And she told me to take it back because it was the wrong color. You know?
No.
There was times where we had some financial issues. And yeah, part of it was because I couldn't keep a job. But while all the time while we were having these financial issues, she was still getting her hair done. She was still getting her nails done, you know.
Because I work.
Okay. So,
I've been in my job for 18 years.
all right, man. So, what do you say about the lawsuit?
We've made our last payment in April, and we'd been making our payments up until that point. I decided that we didn't need to pay because I felt we had paid what we owed because we were paying steadily through the 2.5 years. I was pregnant with our second child at the time I decided we needed to stop paying.
Okay.
They took our tax return last year, which totaled $2,164. That went towards the bankruptcy.
They've taken my tax return every year, too.
So, the judge ordered him to pay. You just one day. I don't think we need to keep doing this.
Your Honor, it wasn't quite.
The judge said do it, but I changed my mind. That's not.
It wasn't quite like that.
That's funny. I had a client. Not a client. I had a defendant when I was practicing law in Detroit, 36th District. Have some of my Detroit friends here, Darlene and a couple others. They helped me get elected, so thank you guys. They did. And so, defendant came before me. He was in his 50s or what have you, and I had to give him some time. He said, "Well, Your Honor, I can't do all that time." I said, "Well, leave the prison then when you feel like you've done enough." So see how that works out for you. They keep you in there for 10 more years. So that's not how the court works, ma'am. You just can't change your mind when you think it's enough. You have to do what the judge tells you to.
When he signed the agreement, it was very cut dry, get it done. I want to be done. The divorce decree.
That's because he cheated and wanted it done.
Well,
I wasn't the only one.
I have to hear about this change in your mind. No, that's very interesting because I'm sure a lot of people want to know if they can change their mind after the judge orders them to do something.
He was out of work. We were living with my parents. I looked over our summaries. We had been paying, and the debts that were in his name weren't getting paid off because when you pay into a trustee, they keep so much money back and they decide where it goes.
I don't get to say where the money goes from the trustee. That's the trustee.
Yes.
So she doesn't determine
and I was paying off your debt.
My husband is
Why wasn't he paying? It was his debt too.
Yeah, and my husband is
Why wasn't he paying? He didn't work again?
I wasn't working either.
No.
How were you all paying?
Stayed home. We were borrowing money from family. He had
you better keep borrowing because you owe $5,000 for the plaintiff. You can't change the judge's order. Have a good day.
I I'm so glad that she will be out of my life from this day forward. I never want to see her again. I did not cheat with this man. We had signed divorce papers before we got in bed with each other.
Cheating is more than just being in bed with one another. It is also emotional.
Yeah, he would know about that very well.
I've never cheated.